grand. There's the old GX5, GX6, which is 12 stops. And we've got, that works out about 8 stops under middle grey in the shadows, shadow range, and then about 6, just over 6 stops above middle grey, yeah, 18%. So loads of dynamic range to use in video with this camera. Juicy stuff.
At some point. No, it's all right.
Now this is your camera. We haven't got a test from DX0 marks yet. This is your camera, the S1. Already the S1 is doing brilliant. In the sweet spots, in the ISO range, dynamic range, the S1, the yellow one, Panasonic S1, against the current market leader, which is the A7 III Sony. We are in the sweet spots. We climb around in the 360, 400, all the way to 1600 for the standard profiles, you know, already better in performance in those settings than other cameras.
Is that
the leader? Never quite the same with anyone else, or the Sony certainly everywhere else. Sorry, yeah, sorry.
Is that, I don't know nominally, between 400 and 800 where that job is that 700?
Well, around here,
yeah,
well, it's 640, it's got half stops, so we measure around high.
I should know that, but I don't.
Yeah. So 400, 640, 800. Yeah, 1250, 1600. So, yeah, so you can see in all the important areas the settings that we mainly shoot at in the day or when we're in log at night. When we get the S1H figures through, God knows, it's going to be off the chart at this level, you know. You know, it's quite incredible what the S series can do.
And this curve supports what you were saying just now about this dual native effect, doesn't it? It kind of looks like that's a clue, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but
I'm not saying it is, but it is. You could interpolate that.
Yes, you could. But they have not confirmed to me.
No.
So we all know what vlog is. Log, yeah. Now we've explained it. I don't really want to show a video. I can quickly show you some bit of it, which
got some later.
Grey, and then you put a look or a colour look over the top of that. Designed in post-production. You can save that, put it in your camera, in the S1 with the vlog update, or the S1H. You can load up to 4 LUTs from a couple of pages of banks of VLT LUTs and them, which you can save from DaVinci or create in Photoshop. Creating LUT creation software, some freebies out there as well. I create a lot of LUTs, other companies do as well, under vlog. I've transformed a lot of Harry LUTs over as well to vlog just to test out. And I'm really amazed by the performance of the S1H. The colour science really does come alive. So anyway, without that going on for a bit, you can see that online. What is vlog? Look it up on YouTube. So we're talking rich primary colours. There's that bottle say 18% middle greys around there. So we've got 6 or more stops on the S1H. Yeah, look at the Varicam, yeah? We're equal to a 30 gram Varicam camera, the Varicam 35. We're equal there. We're actually bigger than the EVA1 actually. And then -8 stops under the shade. Even more for the shadows, just the way it is. So that is how we measure under a long curve the proportion of what is being used from middle grey, yeah, all the way up to the highlights. Blacks down here, middle grey, highlights at the top. And this is how all cameras are judged. GH5 only 12 stops. That was 8 and 4. 8 under, middle grey, 4 above. Any questions on dynamic range? Cool. And there it is. I was talking about earlier on about on a chart. What does it look like? Because this is the 10-bit values of vlog and the 10-bit values of log C against each other. Look how close we are. We're actually closer to C log on the array wide gamut with vlog V gamut. We are closest to them than any other camera performance, and, you know, manufacturer. So that, what does that mean? The Arri Alexa is the #1 camera in Hollywood. It's the #1 camera in Netflix. We've just been given Netflix accreditation for the S1H as an A camera. Yeah, it's now, there's no other mirrorless camera out there which can do that. It's been given that accreditation. we can mix and match the look of the Arri very easily with the S1H. It's insane. I've been doing it. A mate of mine who runs a rental company. I've been using some footage from the Arri, and I've brought it in with similar footage with the S1H, and I'm totally knocked out how similar it is, and it's a tenth of the price. And yeah, there's the Arri Look library. I've even looked at using the Arri Look library, which you can download online. There are a couple of lots they have on the Arri Look library. And if you transform them with a few of the freebies like the lock calc on the web, you can transform into Vlog, and you'll see absolutely amazing how close they are. I've been also doing stuff with raw photography, trying to capture all that dynamic range from a 14-bit raw image and seeing how Vlog matches up, or how Vlog matches up with photos, which have saved JPEG on the timeline, but sort of demonstrate the colour. That's great in Vlog. That's how it looks when you put a particular LUT on. I'm going to show you a few LUTs. It's called Brighton. So that's a photo from raw to JPEG. That's how Vlog looks. Now we put the LUT on, like photo I've created, and it's identical to a raw image. It's so close. I'm sure you'll agree. There's not much in it. Yeah. It's pretty darn similar. Photo, light photo, Driftwood LUT. Yeah. Very little in it. And that's not even been a highly tuned. You can tune these in something like DaVinci Resolve or any colouring program. This is some Arri Lottie libraries.
On S1H, one of the things you can do, NS1, if you've done the Vlog update, you can actually choose Vlog as a stills colour profile as well. So if you are doing behind the scenes stills photography, you can shoot your behind the scenes stills in Vlog colour format, so that when you come to grade and match, you can very easily grade and match your
grade back between different cameras.
Between different.
And that was the whole point of this exercise, Carol, to make these LUTs to prove that we can get that same colour science.
That behind the scenes photography can be done on the same camera.
Yeah, so there's a number of different looks I've created, and these are available on my nickdriftwood.com. So I've got some freebies up there if you want to try them out. If you guys use Vlog in any way, shape or form. But also do sell a few, I've got a package for over 100 LUTs in what I consider, it's taken me months to do, the best LUT library out there today. Even better than the Vericam freebies, which Panasonic do give away. 35, is it, LUTs on there? There are some nice ones, mine. There's one called Nicest 709, which is on the Vericam LUT library. So that all the cinema LUTs work really well with the S1H on Panasonic as well. But don't just listen to me or other LUT providers. Panasonic, you give a lot of stuff away free.
They're a good start spot.
Yeah. And but I was particularly interested in getting that Arri look, the whole purpose of designing LUTs which match the cinema look and raw photo. So yeah, I mean, it's used for skin tone as well. I mean, in fact, sometimes they're even better the video on than the raw image. But yeah, you can see massive similarities. And then obviously the other thing, a lot of stuff like that online, you can have a look at. Anamorphic. Now, hands up anyone who's shot anamorphic before? Anamorphic lenses? Yeah? I know you know that, definitely. They're really expensive. I wish Sigma did some anamorphic lenses. Is that in the pipeline? No comment.
Panasonic is still saying that.
Yeah, they get asked that often enough. Anamorphic lenses, quality ones, I'm talking about like the Hawks and the Master anamorphic lenses or the SD, some of the old Cower lenses. I mean, there's a whole array of newer anamorphic lenses. They cost a fortune, And what I tend to do, even from the GH series, the Micro Four Thirds series, and other cameras, I've been just using anamorphic projection lenses. Like this is a Kawa B&H ×2. It's a ×2 squeeze, yeah? That means an anamorphic lens, it looks like a tiger's eye or a cat's eye, yeah? it can squeeze, using the full resolution of the sensor, twice as much information into that area. So when you de-squeeze, you've got twice the width, but enjoying the same focal length of this is the holding lens, or if you're using a dedicated anamorphic lens, the focal length of the anamorphic lens. So, for example, this one, here's an example shot with this. This is the 7200 Panasonic lens, f4. I use it as a holding lens. I set it to 105, so there's no vignetting. I've got the Bell & Howell's ×2 anamorphic, an old lens. You can pick these up anywhere between 800 to 1500 quid. Anamorphics cost a lot of money. There are cheaper ones out there. I don't know what you're using.
I was using Schneider, the Cinelux, similar to this.
Yeah, similar, yeah. They make similar ones. Power badge, they're different badge, but some of them are the same, the 16.8, whatever. Sankor, what else is there? There's SLR Magic, that's the Micro Four Thirds only.
There's also the Rectulux that goes on top where you can the single focus solution.
Yes. There's loads of sites out there who recommend old projection lenses. And some of the glasses, particularly this one, and some other stuff you've been using, it's really good. You can get the same flaring, that light, that horizontal flaring, that blue flaring, and shine a light in it. Yeah, like you see on the big cinematic films, and you see a car coming, and then this big blue streak as it arrives on the forecourt. That's that sort of flaring that anamorphic gives you, that horizontal flare. It gives you the oval bokeh. So when you've got that objective, you really get a nice oval, the round things appear oval, and it's an aesthetic that a lot of cinematic filmmakers like. And I think if used sparingly, can work really well, as you say in that film there. You know, you can mix and match traditional lenses with anamorphic.
Is really famous for shooting tons and tons and tons of anamorphic.
Yeah.
And if you watch the rebooted Star Trek films, whenever they're on the bridge and the consoles are out of focus behind, you will see absolutely archetypal blue horizontal flare behind everything.
Yeah.
And it's once you've recognised it, as soon as you see it, you never don't see it. And actually GH5 and GH5S in particular, GH5
They are anamorphic mode as well.
Start to really put anamorphic into the hands of indie filmmakers, which is why suddenly Russian projector lenses went up in value enormously. And actually you occasionally even see adverts on television now which are have anamorphic components to them. And that's because of things like GH5 and now S1 and S1H. It puts it into the hands of indie filmmakers.
Yeah, so what we're trying to say here is that you've got these anamorphic modes, which the S1H and the GH5, GH5S support. And there's different settings, different frame rates this will work under. And then also you've got in-camera de-squeeze. So instead of seeing the squeezed image, which is using the full size of the sensor, or in this particular setting, a 4x3 image of the sensor. Let's get to that menu quickly, just to show you what we're trying to talk about. Can you see this down here? There's our log view assist, and put LUTs in the camera as well. Anamorphic de-squeeze display. This supports ×2, times 1.8, times 1.5, 1.8 being a lot of new anamorphic lenses. So if you're shooting 3x2, 1.2 is perfect for it. 1.6, 1.5 rather, 1.33 and 1.30. So it will de-squeeze, i.e. make it, it'll unsqueeze it. Let me just show you with it off, and you'll sort of get what I'm trying to talk about here. If I turn it off, the de-squeeze, you'll see in the picture, there's the 4x3, yeah, the squashed in anamorphic effect of the image, yeah? As soon as I kick in the de-squeeze, we bring it back to what it should look like. This is a ×2 lens, yes, Cower ×2, Bell & Howell's Cower ×2, you can see underneath there. Each lens should tell you what it is. There we are, 2 times anamorphic. When you turn that, so you set it on to ×2, and then when you view it, you can film and see how it's going to look in post-production. Also, just focus on, not focused very well at the moment, but you can see that it's giving me the de-squeeze. rather than the 4x3 frame aspect, yeah? Where it's squeezed. That means you can see in your camera what you're going to get in post-production, basically. We'll still record a squeezed image, but in post-production you can either set it to CinemaScope, or you can, if you're using different size multipliers like 1.8, 1.5, etc., you will conform it accordingly, whatever size it is. And that means you can get 239, 235 to 1, all the different aspect ratios of the cinema. That's what we're trying to say. So as well as working with normal spherical glass, we're working with different forms of glass. Anamorphic lenses like this can produce an orange flare. Yes, Carol talked about the blue flare for certain lenses. The Hawks do a vanilla white flare, which a lot of people like. So it's really, really nice to work with, different, and you can hire these lenses too. And they all work with, some of these lenses you can get an EF or PL mount. Sigma produce adapters for these for the L mount. We've got some cinema lenses here, I haven't got any more here unfortunately, but yeah, you can hire these lenses on a daily basis. And I would suggest using them sparingly, probably not like JA around. Roger Deakins, for example, doesn't like anamorphic at all.
Yeah.
It's one of these anti-anamorphic fans. But they do have their uses, and this camera does it all. And here's something shot with this particular camera. What I do like, not just the flaring, this is a William Blake poem I did. I'm doing a film about William Blake's poems.